Hi everybody, Jo here from Micawbers Tarot. Hope you're doing well. So I thought I'd just jump in with a little fun thing for a Friday for the weekend, just to have a look at how your person feels about you through a pick a card format. So we've got 3 piles here. This will be pile 1. I'm not actually sure what this stone is, but it's this one. Somebody tell me if you know. I'm sure somebody will. This is smoky quartz on this one. Nice big piece of smoky quartz, which I bought from Avebury, which has the stone circles, a smaller version of Stonehenge, which is close to me here. Selenite, which is the stone which is very powerful. It kind of recharges, gives you energy, and it also recharges other stones when it's near to them as well. So I love this. I keep it near me. I also wear a piece of selenite around my neck almost all of the time. So that's the selenite pile, which is pile 3. So we've got pile 1, pile 2 with the smoky quartz, pile 3 with the selenite there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I've got a variety of cards already shuffled, premeditated and pulled out into these piles. We've got some tarot and some oracle cards. I'm also going to ask you to think of a question. So for each of the piles at the end of the reading, I'm going to answer your question from the little book of answers, or actually quite a big book of answers. So I'll feel my way intuitively through to the answer for you from this book. So think of your questions, get your questions ready, and select your pile, because we're going to go ahead now and start the readings. So we're going to start with pile 1, okay, and then we'll do pile 2 and pile 3. So hopefully you've selected your pile by now. If not, you need to just pause the video. You might find that you want to watch more than one pile, and that's absolutely fine. Okay, so I'm just going to move those out of the way. Now then, let's have a look at pile 1 then. So this is how your person feels about you then, particularly for a weekend read. Just a little quick check-in to see. I was just going to shuffle them, but it's already done. How your person's feeling about you. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Cups coming through. We've got the Ace of Cups. We've got the Hierophant. Awesome. Okay. We've got the 2 of Cups. Wow. Couldn't get much better for a relationship read. And the King of Swords. Okay, so that is really interesting. So this suggests straight off the bat that your person really wants to have almost a turn over a new leaf with you, make you a love offer, continue in this relationship, but just dive into something potentially quite new with you. They feel very committed to you. They see you as marriage material. They've really got faith in this connection with the Hierophant. They could be taking some advice as well from somebody that they trust. Wise friends, or counselors or people like that. They might be sort of working through some healing as well, potentially through with advice from people that are in a position and qualified to give that help. But certainly they feel like they want a commitment with you. I think they're going to offer you love, offer you a relationship. We've got the 2 of Cups here, so they really want this connection with you. They want it to be just the 2 of you committed to each other, loving each other. They want you to be their person. They want to know that you are committed and that you are sort of exclusive. Well, this is how they're feeling. Whether they're taking action or not is another matter. But here we have the King of Swords, which gives us an idea that they're actually going to come forward and talk to you about this. So this talks about sort of having open, honest, mature conversations that enable you to understand each other, that are not playing games or anything like that. Very open and very straightforward. I really like this energy. For those of you who have picked pile number 1. Right, let's see what else is coming through in the tarot. My goodness. Right, we've got the 4 of Wands. Right, this is the marriage, the stable relationship, the house, the home, the family, everything being secure. Four pillars of security there. It's also that card of manifestation. You can see the 4 wands look like 1111, and it's an open door of opportunity for something beautiful for you with this person. Okay. What else do we have? We've got the 10 of Wands. So it's like they feel they want to stick with you through thick and thin here with the Ten of Wands. They don't want to give up on this. They don't want to sort of be in anything for the short term. They want it for the long term, because it's falling also under the Hierophant here. So even though they realise that it's not necessarily always going to be plain sailing, they're prepared to do what it takes, even when it's going through the tough times. It's like almost like that for better, for worse kind of mentality here with this person. I have a feeling you have some history with this person already, because under the Two of Cups we have the Six of Cups. So this suggests that maybe they are reflecting back that, you know, you've always been there to support them, you've been kind, you've been loving, you've got all the qualities they could ever wished for. I do see perhaps there's a family connection here where maybe you get on well with their family, they get on well with yours. It's not just the two of you that they're considering here. There's also maybe some children involved, possibly, or the thought of children in the future, but this is more of a card of nostalgia and reflecting back on the history here. And the King of Swords, interestingly, has come out to clarify the King of Swords. So this is sort of double energy around this desire to really talk to you about this, talk to you about what it is that they are looking for, hoping for, wishing for with you, which is obviously they've got this overflowing cup of love here with the Ace of Cups. This beautiful energy with this Ace of Cups. They want this new start, this new beginning. It's almost like they feel they want to talk to you about potentially moving in together, having a home together, what the future might hold for you in terms of feeling safe, secure, stable, and really sort of bonded together, definitely. I do think this person, as I said, if marriage is, you know, something that you two have spoken about, I do, or even you have on your mind, I do think this person also is feeling very much the same way, to be honest with you. They appear to be extremely committed. Right, okay. So the love oracle is, love is in the air when Cupid is around. Okay, so you've got the Cupid card there. Right, your Moonology cards. So you need to think about what you need to release. So there could be things from your past that might hold you back if you're not really careful. You just need to let go of any sort of negative mindset, in any mindset around, you know, this is bound to fail, or this person will leave me, or I'm not good enough, or whatever it might be. You kind of need to release those things. You need to release those perhaps beliefs that, you know, people will treat you badly because somebody did in the past. You know, this is a new person. Got an absolutely stunningly beautiful energy on the table here for you. So you know, you've got to trust that and roll with it. Okay, so this is interesting because I started to talk about releasing your past and don't let your past hold you back under this card of what do you need to release. But funnily enough, the thing that's come through for you as well is don't let your past hold you back. Okay, those two kind of go hand in hand, don't they? And very interestingly, before I even looked at this card, that was the message. Okay. All right, so clear messages there for you to support you and help you in dealing with this connection. Don't sabotage it. It looks stunning, okay? It looks so nice. If you're not really talking much to your person yet, they're not really communicating this to you. Maybe you're even out of contact just at the moment, and that's why you're wondering how they're feeling and what's going on with them and what's in their mind and their heart. Let's find out with these hidden messages. So let's find out what they would want to say to you. They're saying, I hide behind material things. But perhaps they're now starting to realise what's truly important in their life, okay? And I do feel they recognise that they want a commitment with you, so I feel it's you. Again, this is only for if you're apart from your person. I feel you even though we are apart, so you're clearly energetically connected to this person. They're still feeling you, particularly over this weekend. Just being near you is intoxicating, so they feel incredibly attracted to you. A lot of chemistry, a lot of passion, a lot of that sort of fiery butterflies kind of energy around this connection as well. So this person has got absolutely gorgeous feelings about you, very pure intentions, trying to be very mature, grown up about this in terms of how they want to communicate. They do really want to communicate here with the King of Swords as well. And really what you know is dependent upon you here is to just let go of anything negative from your past to allow this to come in for you. Okay, so it's absolutely gorgeous reading. Honestly, you don't see readings like this come out very often at all. It's an absolutely stunning reading. If you've chosen pile one, there's obviously a reason why you've been drawn to it. So that's fantastic. Right then, I hope you have thought of your question. So think of your question, have your question in mind. Pause the video if you don't have your question yet. And I am going to just flick through this, as I said, this book of answers, the book of answers, and find the answer to your question. Okay, so hopefully you've got your question in mind. Let me find the answer for you from the book. Okay. The answer is you'll need to consider other ways. Okay, so you might be asking about, achieving something through a certain means, or maybe asking if you need to, I don't know, take certain action, but it's suggesting think about finding other ways or alternatives to achieve what it is you're looking for. And if you are thinking about a yes/no question, a pure yes/no question, let's just have a look for you whether the answer is yes or no. Yes or no, please, universe, for the question. Yes or no? Oh, yes. Okay. Relationship cards come out. 2 of Cups. That's a positive card. That's a definite yes if you are asking a yes or no question. Okay. Well, super. That was awesome. I really enjoyed that. Congratulations if that was your reading. My goodness. So we're going to move on to pile 2 now. I will timestamp, create some chapters for this reading. So let's have a look now at pile 2. So here we go. This was the smoky quartz. And let's have a look at the tarot cards that have been pulled for pile 2. Right, we've got the 3 of Swords. We've got the 2 of Wands. We've got the 10 of Swords. And we've got the Queen of Swords. My goodness. Okay, well, this is quite a heavy energy around this. We've got lots of black on the table. Quite a lot of depth of feelings, challenging energies around this. Okay. Now, this person feels that they are at a crossroads here. We just pick out the 2 of Wands. They feel there's a decision to be made here over something. Presumably, it's to do with your connection. So you can see here, they're thinking, I could go this way or that way. Things could work out one way or the other. I need to make a decision here. And looking at this card, it seems to me that they want to make a decision taking into account of their intuition, spirituality. I do think this person potentially does have a spiritual aspect to them. Perhaps they're becoming more aware and more awakened, and perhaps they are quite interested in spiritual things. Perhaps they also consult readings, and think about manifestation and all that kind of thing. But yeah, they're certainly at a crossroads between, which way to go here. So it seems that there's something that has made them feel defeated in this connection, that things have not gone well. They're not sure they could ever work out at this stage. I think they would quite like them to, but so much has happened that it's almost like they're feeling, you see those 10 swords in the fish there, that, they maybe just have to give up at this point. So they're considering, should they give up? Is it really the end? Is it sort of going through their mind? Obviously, that's a very heavy energy. It's not a good place to be. It's almost like your rock bottom, okay? It's like you can't go much down further than this, but anything from here would be going up, because you've really hit the bottom in your relationship, I feel, with this person potentially, or that's how they're feeling, okay? But they're still not totally given up, because they're still in this energy of trying to weigh up, making a decision on which way to go. Now, it does seem that something's happened between the 2 of you to cause some heartbreak. There could be a third energy that's interfered in your connection, whether that's a person, or it could be work or an addiction or something that's really sort of thrown a spanner in the works, caused a problem between the 2 of you, and it's just some difficult, dark third energy, either a person with sort of bad intentions or a third person, or, as I said, some other aspect of life that's got in the way, okay? And it's got in the way to the extent that it's been heartbreaking, really challenging, really difficult. and led to this person, as I said, sort of thinking, contemplating, is this the end? You know, is this has got to be so bad that actually could we ever recover from this? Okay, but what I'm feeling in terms of their feelings over the weekend here is that they want to talk to you. So they're going to speak to you. I think they feel this is a potential way forward from this connection, is to lay out their feelings, tell you very assertively how they feel about things, what they would require to change going forward, what they would plan to do differently, what they would need you to do differently, how they feel about things, where they see it headed, what would be their deal breakers. It's all this very assertive but well-meaning communication with the aim of achieving a better outcome than you're currently in at the moment. Okay, so do let me know in the comments if this resonates, but obviously this is a challenging energy that, you know, has the potential to be moving on out of this darker time. Okay, but there's a decision to be made, and it will depend on open communication and how you're both able to relate to this and what you both want going forward. Now, interestingly, the Three of Swords is come out to clarify the Three of Swords, so double energy around this heartbreak, this really difficult situation. We've got the Knight of Swords here, clarifying the Two of Wands. So once again, I think they're going to talk to you to help you both through this decision and this crossroads that you're both facing with your connection here. With this feeling of, you know, is this over? Is this it? You know, with the Hanged Man coming out here over the under the Ten of Swords, I do feel that they may have withdrawn just for the time being, just to work through their feelings, their thoughts, to try and perhaps see things from a different angle, you know, see the bigger picture, try and consider what your perspective could have been on all of this, how you might be feeling, why you might have done certain things, just trying to see all the angles here before they make up their mind on which way they think this needs to go. You might find that, you know, you're not really in communication for a little while, while they're just working this through before they come charging in to communicate with you here. And then this is going to be really honest, open, truthful, blunt, almost painfully blunt communication here. And this blunt communication, I feel they will have thought this through very carefully. They will have thought through, perhaps while they were in this Hanged Man energy, what exactly they want to say. They will have strategized, you know, in terms of what they will say, how they will come towards you, how they will, you know, the tone of voice even that they will use. They will think about this really carefully, because I think they recognize that it's kind of make or break here with the Two of Wands. Okay. All right, well, let's have a look at the Moonology cards for you. All right, so there's a card here for you that says you are good enough. Now, I can see that you've been going through a really challenging, really tough time here. So sending lots of love if that's applying to you. I can see it's been very, very difficult. But, you know, this can also, this kind of energy in these kind of situations, particularly Three of Swords kind of energies here, they can leave us sort of doubting ourselves, wondering if we're good enough, comparing ourselves to other people, comparing our relationships to others, and, you know, wondering if maybe we did something wrong, did we fail, you know, all this kind of thing. But it's really important for you to remember the universe is telling you here that you are good enough. So take that as your affirmation. You are good enough, okay? Say that to yourself regularly, repeat it as often as you can. You're good enough, okay? That's so important, and it's really going to help you move forward from this difficult time that you've been going through. Just hold on to that you are good enough, okay? And the universe also wants you to know that prosperity lies ahead. Now, this can be emotional prosperity, but also financial prosperity as well. So if you've been going through a difficult time, maybe financially and emotionally, and there's much better times lying ahead for you here, you can look forward to better times. Nice positive message for you, okay? Now we're going to have a look at the Soul Connections Oracle, okay? Openness. be open to accept divine guidance in your relationships. Okay, so it might be that there's divine guidance coming through your intuition. If you meditate, it could be through wise counsel from friends and family who you really trust. Don't just take anybody's advice, you know, because that's often not helpful. You know, it can come through all sorts of ways, through these kind of readings, you know, reflecting and learning and thinking about lessons and that kind of thing. That's how, you know, you receive divine guidance. Sometimes you'll find the way through and find the answers to things sort of in a very unexpected way, but you know, you might also see synchronicities around you, 1111 for example, or other angel numbers. Look up what they are, and you know, they usually mean that you're on the right path, things are going, you know, you're going in the right direction, and keep going along that path. It's some kind of sign to you to be aware of what's going on around you, okay, and take note of it. Just be very aware, just generally, okay. And also that's how you receive guidance as well, through those kinds of messages and synchronicities coming through to you. Right, so if you're out of contact with your person, let's find out what they would want to say to you. So they would want to say, I love you unconditionally. I bury myself in work to forget you. And I want to tell you how I feel. Okay, that we've seen that really clearly. They do want to talk to you. They're thinking really carefully about how to come towards you and communicate with you. All right, okay, so think of your question. So I'm going to find an answer for you from this book of answers. So hopefully you've already thought of your question. If you haven't, just pause the video until you have thought of your question. I'm going to take a quick sip of my coffee. Okay, now let's find the answer to your question. Okay, it'll work out if it's done well. If not, don't do it at all, is the answer. So if you're going to launch into something, if you're going to embark on something, if you're thinking about, you know, whether you can achieve a goal or something will work out, it will if you do things properly. Okay, you've got to do it well. Okay, now if you've got a yes or no answer in your mind, I'm just going to pull a tarot here to answer yes or no. So think of your yes or no question. Yes or no, please, universe. What's the answer to the question? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no, please, universe. Ooh, might be a no on this one, to be honest. Might be a no. But it's sort of hanging in the balance with this card. But if I had to go one way or the other, I'd say potentially no. Okay, all right. Well, that was your reading, pile 2. My lovely collective that chose pile 2. So I hope that was helpful. Please do drop me any comments relating to the reading. Give me a thumbs up, share if you think it would be helpful for anybody else. And thank you so much for joining me. And we'll move on shortly to a pile 3. Okay. Okay then, quick sip of my coffee. Here is pile 3, oops. Which is the selenite. Okay, right, so let's start with the tarot here, which is the magical crystal tarot. And then we've got the everyday tarot, sort of the clarifiers underneath here. Okay, so let's see what you've got. Oh, we've got the lovers. Okay. We've got the 3 of coins. We've got the 9 of coins. And we've got the 3 of cups. Okay. Well, this is looking quite nice, I've got to say. I like this. So this person feels a super strong connection with you. I think, you know, it might be that you met each other, or you kind of have a connection going on. And as soon as you met each other, you were just drawn to each other. There's this super strong, almost twin flame kind of energy around this connection. If it is a twin flame connection, then what I will say is this doesn't always run smoothly. There's usually a runner and a chaser. You can look up the twin flame journey online. There's loads of information. It's a bit too much to go into in just to pick a card reading. But even though you feel this really strong connection, you might have had some challenges around this situation. You might have felt that this person might give you energy and then withdraw and that kind of thing. And it can also indicate a choice to be made where love is concerned as well. So this person may have been sort of demonstrating perhaps a little bit of indecisiveness, even though and that can be extra confusing when you meet them and you feel that there's this super strong connection and yet they seem a bit undecided. It can just be this twin flame journey, this lover's card, but they feel truly inside of them that actually your connection is incredibly special. It's not the run-of-the-mill, feeling when you meet somebody, you go on a date or you're in a connection with them. It's super, super strong. It's like you're likely to be the love of their life as far as they're concerned in terms of how they feel about you. It could be that on paper, usually, they might have a certain set of criteria of somebody that they're looking for, and vice versa, you might do as well. But actually, you met each other and you're not each other's usual type. You're not what you would normally say that you're looking for. All the qualities that you look for, or the attributes in somebody, physical looks or something. It's not necessarily what you would usually look for, but for some reason, you just felt this really strong connection with each other. So that's how they feel about you. Now, I think this person is quite focused on material things with the 9 of coins. I think they will work hard, they have ambition, they have goals. They want to get into a place where they're very financially independent and financially secure. They can buy the things that they want to. They have lovely things around them. I think they quite like to feel that their money is seen, if you know what I mean. They like nice things and to be seen to be wearing them or having them. So they can potentially hide behind this materialism a little bit. So you might recognise that as a quality of your person. But I do think what they want to do is spend some of that hard-earned money and take you out. I think they're going to ask to take you somewhere, or offer to take you somewhere really nice. Potentially a nice dinner or something like that. It will be around other people here with the 3 of coins in a place of business, a public place, whether it's a nice restaurant or something like that. Or they're going to just take you for a nice experience. And it's like, even if there's been some challenges, they want to work on making this work, and it could also be a workplace connection here, just mentioning that with the 9 of coins and the 3 of coins. This could be somebody that you met at work, although it does not have to be at all. Once again, I'm seeing this kind of energy around this person that, maybe this has been on again, off again a little bit, or, lots of attention and then maybe not so much communication. But what I'm seeing here is they want to almost reunite with you, to see you again, perhaps to spend some light-hearted, fun times together rather than there being any kind of heavy energy. They might also invite you to spend some time with their friends, their family, just enjoy the company of other people that perhaps are mutual connections between the 2 of you. It might be, again, if there is a workplace connection here, that you meet each other through a work-based I don't know what you call them, a work do. That might be a bit British to say that, I'm not sure, but a work event, little gathering or drinks or whatever it might be after a day at the office. But yeah, that's the kind of energy around this. They want to spend some time with you. They want to splash the cash a little bit, be a little bit flash for you, because they really do feel that they so connected to you, and it's like they kind of want to, they're almost scared by it, but they still need to take some action. I think they might have been a bit scared by it in the past, and now they're going to come forward towards you a little bit more. So yes, we've got the 9 of Wands, exactly that. My intuition was telling me and guiding me correctly there. They did have their guard up around this strong connection. It did freak them out a little bit. They're very interested in how you're feeling about them. I think when they try and sort of work through this with you and sort of ask to meet you and see if they can work on and progress this connection. They're going to really dig in to get to know you better. They really want to know you more. They might also be doing other things to get to know you better in the background, like, I don't know, checking your social media, asking friends. I do think you might have some mutual friends or colleagues or people that you know commonly or jointly. They might be just asking around about how you feel and what's going on with you. Whilst they're working on their money, again, they're very much thinking of you. You are on their mind. Their focus is on you and potentially advancing this connection. I think you are very energetically connected with this person. So when they go to bed at night, they are thinking of you. They might be dreaming about you. They might be imagining, or not imagining, but they might be feeling your energy around them, into feeling like they can almost feel your touch and your hug, wrapping around them. They're also probably thinking about you whilst they're working. We're seeing here as well. Just on their mind all of the time, very reflective energy, and it's like they're going to take this time to reflect before they actually come towards you and offer you this opportunity to meet again, have some fun together, perhaps go out, that kind of thing. But here with the Three of Cups, we spoke about having a nice time with family, friends, all this, that kind of energy, didn't we? And the Hierophant has come out. Now that suggests that when they do come towards you and ask you, do you want to go somewhere, that's quite a big commitment for them. It really suggests that they see this as a relationship that may go the distance, or they wouldn't be inviting you out and to do that kind of thing together. So bear that in mind. And I do see that they feel that you are potential husband, wife, civil partner material. They just feel like that. Yeah, you could go the distance and you could have a very committed relationship, whatever form that takes for you. Their aim is to have a nice time and to see if you can build on this in order to establish a commitment. I think they certainly want a relationship with you, and ideally in their mind they're thinking that this will be one that goes the distance. Okay, right. So let's have a look at the Soul Connections Oracle for you. So we've got Labyrinth. Even when you feel lost, there is always a way through the labyrinth. Okay, the answers are always there for you. And sometimes you have to go within to look at your own, find your own, or use your own intuition, and just find the answers that are coming to you in various unexpected ways sometimes. But the answers, once you reflect on them, usually as well, if you give it enough time as well for things to work through, the answers become very apparent. And even if it seems overwhelming, okay, the universe just wants you to know there's always a way through. Okay, there's a way through this. All right, a couple of moonologies for you. Right, it's important to know that communication is key. Now, it often is in connections and relationships, isn't it? I think here, this could have been a bit of a on again, off again, but a very strong, very intense kind of energy around this connection here. You see the Lovers is coming through in a black colour. That's in this deck. It denotes very, very strong energy, and it can be a bit scary. So being open and communicating is really important here. Also to make sure that you're on the same page. So I think you can take that opportunity when you do perhaps go out with this person to have those really open conversations. You might need to work on being a little bit open yourself to encourage that, because otherwise the conversation will be very superficial rather than delving into the depths of, this person really wants to get to know you. We've seen that already. So allow them to do that. It's very important, and you get to know them as well. Okay, you need to balance spirituality and practicality. So what this is really saying to you is you need to set your intentions, you need to decide clearly what you want, and take some action towards that. So that's practical action towards achieving it, but also don't plan things to the nth degree or hold on to controlling things so tightly that actually there's no scope for the universe to work in your favor and to help you. Just hold that belief things will work out. Take action towards your beliefs to set those, cement those intentions. And just trust in the universe and have that spiritual aspect and view on things as well. And if you can balance those two things, that will perfectly bring something beautiful in for you. Okay. Now, if you're out of contact with your person, let's have a look at what they would want to say to you. So they want to say, I want you. I think we can quite clearly see that here, can't we? The timing just wasn't right for us. So it might be when you first met, I did sort of sense some on again, off again, some withdrawal, you know, some situation here where things haven't run smoothly. So that's what they want to say to you. And they want to say as well, I knew exactly what I was doing. So they're taking some accountability here. And this is all part of this wanting to be sort of open, honest and very committed, is that they will be you know, telling you exactly where they're at with things. Okay, now then, let's have a look in the Book of Answers. Hopefully you've got your question. So I'm going to, if not pause the video and just think of a question, I'm going to get the answer from the Book of Answers here. And then I will pull an answer to a yes/no question. So think of possibly a non-yes/no question for this book, and then a yes/no question. I will pull a tarot for that as well. Okay, so hopefully you've now thought of your question. I will look for the answer for you from the book. The answer is you'll have to make it up as you go. So the answers aren't fully there for you yet. You'll have to make that up as you go along. Now let's pull your yes/no answer. So universe, what's the answer to the yes/no question, please? Yes/no question. Yes, no. Okay, yes, no. 3 more shuffles. 1, 2, 3. Bit hanging in the balance there with the 2 of Pentacles. Could go one way or the other way. This is very undecided, isn't it? Hang on a minute. Let's pull another one. Yes, no. Oops. I'm feeling the answer is possibly undecided, but could, once again, it's very undecided. Okay, but leaning towards a yes. Okay. Could go one way or the other way. I think you could influence it by your behaviours and your intentions and that sort of thing. But yeah, possibly leaning more towards a yes there. I do hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed watching the cards. I don't know if you watched pile 1, 2 or 3 or all 3 potentially. But thanks so much for joining me. If you're called to give me a thumbs up to let me know whether you enjoyed this reading. Any comments around whether you like the format of the pick a card, that would be great. If you feel you'd want to share it with anybody else, please do go ahead and do that. If you would like a personal reading, if any of these readings that I've just done for you here resonated, or you would just like me to dig into your own personal circumstance, if there's something troubling you, if there's something on your mind that's, you know, preventing you from sleeping or making you feel not great, and you would like a quick answer on that, I do turn readings around within 24 hours. The prices are very reasonable, so for a 20-minute reading covering one question, the price is just £30. And you get that link to your private confidential video that you can watch as many times as you like. Many people choose the £50 option, which is a 45-minute reading where you get to ask 2 questions, and I do a variety of spreads using a number of decks and dig into a lot of detail around your couple of questions. We can get through a lot in 45 minutes. There's also options for 3 questions and more if you want them. But anyway, the prices are very reasonable. You get your answer nice and quickly. So if you feel that you need that bit of peace of mind, especially perhaps over the weekend, please do feel free to reach out. I do thoroughly enjoy and feel very honoured to do personal readings for you guys. So thank you for your support, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care for now. Bye-bye.